We are the dollars and cents.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're doing another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from a house that I did a video on previously. I actually did an unboxing video and I did a first impressions video using a decant. If you guys remember, I did, the fragrance was called Sultani from the house of Arabian Oud. This is going to be my second fragrance from the house. I also have another one coming in the mail. My good friend Cordell Bush, who actually got me on this house, ordered a bottle, and I think he got one extra, and he didn't need it. So he's going to send it over to me, and I'm going to try it out. But yeah, it's going to be Diwan from the House of Arabian Oud, guys. Again, this is a blind buy. I was really impressed with the first one and wanted to see what else they had. So I sort of did a little bit of research, and I think I got an email from Joma Shop saying that this one went on sale. I don't even think I looked it up. Maybe because I looked up Arabian Oud, or I'm sorry, maybe because I looked up that house on their site, they just automatically sent me an email telling me that one of their fragrances went on sale, because this one was marked down. I want to say I paid, I think like $129. I'll put the price that I paid right here, but I think I paid around $129 for this one. So it was a lot cheaper than Sultani, because I ended up paying $170 for that one. But yeah, I read a couple of things before I pulled the trigger on this one, and it sounds like it's pretty good. And it sounds like it's a winner. The only downside is that some people were kind of saying this one kind of reminds them of Sultani. So I was a little worried about that, but I was looking at some of the notes here and I'm like, maybe not. We'll see. I hope not, but you know, I'm sure I could most likely get rid of this one pretty quick, I think, just because it is a respected house. But people were talking nice things about this one, guys. So this is a blind buy. I don't know anything about this fragrance. People were saying this one would be nice for the spring and summer. So it's starting to get warm. If you guys can't tell, I'm getting a little, I went for a run earlier, so it was really warm outside. So I will be sweating in my videos again post-run, guys. But let me go ahead and get this out of the plastic, and I'll give you guys the presentation. Quickly, if you guys remember last time, I was telling you guys that it's like a pack of cigarettes, and I want to say that, yes, they do have the little opening here at the top. I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, guys, so here's the box for Diwan. It does have some silver lettering here, nice raised letters. We do have a Arabian Oud logo here on top. It looks like this is going to be a sleeve. We'll go ahead and take this off right quick, and I'll show you guys how it comes off. It does come off like so, and we are given a presentation of the bottle. Look at this, guys. I usually take the bottle out, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it in right now because I want you guys to see how it looks. And I'm guessing this thing's going to open up probably right here in the middle. Probably just going to open up. Let me carefully see how it's going to open up here. And oh man. Yeah, so it opens up. This is like something out of an action movie where like this is a bomb or something, or a bioweapon, right? And so it opens up like this, and I'll go ahead and take this bottle out so we can save that here for a second. That way I can show you guys the inside. Look at this container. Wow, this is really, really cool looking, guys. Yeah, it looks like something out of an action movie. You put some sort of bomb or something in here, but that's awesome. Nice and shiny in there, and does have that logo on top. Nice little platform on the bottom. Let's see, does it say, yeah, it says Arabian Oud right here in the front with cursive, if you guys can see that. Not sure if it's lined up properly or not. Yeah, we do have like some, looks like fabric or some cross-hatching here on the sides. And yeah, really impressed. It smells like, I'm not sure what that is. Leather? I don't know if it's leather or a pleather, but it's really soft to the touch. So that's really nice, guys. All right, let's check out this bottle. All right, here's the bottle. It does say Diwan here in silver, like the box. It says Arabian Oud again in the front, right there in cursive. And we do have like the Arabian Oud insignia there as well. We do have like some step up little design here on the cap and on the top of the bottle. Nice, it's metal, nice heavy sturdy bottle. Some information, I guess, batch code on the bottom. Nice silver atomizer right here. Let's go ahead and line that up with the front of the bottle there. Yeah, this is it's heavy. This is metal, maybe rubber or plastic on the inside. Very heavy, very sturdy. Yeah, man, I can see why these are popular fragrances. I mean, so far we're 1 for 1 when it comes to trying the fragrances. The juice was good. Now, I wasn't overly impressed with the bottle from Sultani, but I did love that box. That box is humongous. I mean, at the end of the day, it goes in the box, in my box. I don't really display my boxes too much on my shelf. But if I was to be that kind of guy, I totally would, because that one right there deserves it, right? So let's go ahead and go over a little bit of information about this fragrance, guys. So Diwan from the House of Arabian Oud is a unisex aromatic woody fragrance released in 2020. I don't know the nose on this fragrance. I'm guessing the Arabian Oud maybe makes these in a lab somewhere. Maybe they have a staff nose, but you think they'd put it on there, but they don't. and it is an eau de parfum concentration. And so the notes for this fragrance: in the top we have nutmeg, bergamot, cardamom, and apple. In the middle we have cashmere, wood, and ambergris. And in the base we round things off with musk, patchouli, and vanilla. And I want to say somebody in the comments said this did remind them a little bit of Chanel. I think they said Chanel Allure, or maybe Allure Homme Sport or something like that. Or, you know, and there's been a few fragrances in the past, niche-wise, that have reminded me of that a little bit. I've ever people clowning me in the comments. That's fine. But, I mean, the nose knows, you know, and that's just, sometimes that's just what I get, guys. Sorry if I disappoint you guys out there. But I understand that sometimes when you spend a lot of money on a fragrance and you say it smells like something that's $40 or whatever, $50, whatever it is nowadays, people tend to get a little upset. But I just try to keep it real with you guys. There's no sense. I don't get anything out of lying to you guys about these things, okay? So let's go ahead and take a first impression, guys. This will be my scent of the evening and probably the scent over the next few days. We'll see how good of a feel I get for this one, guys. A couple sprays. Let's check it out. Whoa, excellent sprayer. A lot of juice. I love their sprayers. So much juice came out. Okay, I can see why they would say the opening blast maybe reminds them a little bit of Diwan, or I'm sorry, of Arabia or Sultani, but this immediately goes into more woody. This is almost like there's vetiver in this. It's a lot more. I don't know how this is unisex. To me, to my nose, this smells more masculine off the top anyway. I get a lot of the cardamom. It's very nutty. It's a very tame sweet apple. Not a lot in there. So it's not a lot of fruit, even though there's bergamot in this. Yeah, it's very toned down. It's not super sweet. It's a very light sweet fragrance. It's a very, very heavy on the cardamom to my nose right now. The nutmeg is very heavy in there. Some people were, I think one guy said in the comments on Organica that he hated how much nutmeg was in this. So if nutmeg is going to be a deal breaker, it might be a deal breaker for you. Right now, it smells pretty good. I can tell the nutmeg in this is definitely there. It's woody. Yeah, a little bit salty, but not too much. Probably coming from the ambergris, so you get a little bit of that spicy saltiness that comes from ambergris. Not getting the musk yet. Not patchouli heavy in this one just yet. It's in the base, so it'll probably come out later. And not getting like a very sweet vanilla. Those notes are definitely going to come out later. I think the Sultani right now, out of these two, is going to be the better in the opening. This one smells like there's vetiver in it. So if you guys know what vetiver smells like, it smells kind of earthy, a little rooty, and a little like that, a little bit of that. But there's no vetiver in this. So maybe I'll get a second opinion on the notes and see maybe if, because I did another video previously where Forgetting had the wrong notes as well too. So they could have botched it again. But right now, it smells nice. Not having my socks blown off by this one because it's strong, but it's toned down. There's not a lot of like sweet notes. There's not a lot of heavy notes like coming right at you or anything like that. It's all very subtle. It's very almost like a kind of like a subtle, airy type of scent. It's spicy and woody, almost like a cinnamon type of wood. Maybe that's from the nutmeg mixing with the cashmere wood, but it's a subtle sweetness. Again, not as sweet as some other fragrances. But it's not bad. I want to say I've tried something like this before in the past. Can't put my finger on what it is right now. Maybe I'll have to go back and see what Organica says it reminds people of, but not bad. I'm going to wear this fragrance tonight and over the next couple of days and see what I get. Give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, welcome back to the update for Diwan from the house of Arabian Oud. Guys, what can I say about this fragrance? I like it. I don't love it. Definitely wasn't my favorite. So far from the house, there's only been a couple that I've done. I actually have one more on the way, and I'm thinking about buying one last one that I've heard a lot about, and other than that, I might be done with the line. Not done like in a bad way, just more like I haven't really heard of any others that really piqued my interest. But we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But it has been fun checking out this house because right now it's going to be, I don't know, 1 for 2 maybe. But yeah, not a bad fragrance by any means. It starts off very heavy on the nutmeg. So if you like nutmeg, you're gonna like this fragrance. It almost has a bit of a so there's a lot of nutmeg like in desserts and stuff like that. So at times you can sort of get a little bit of that sort of gourmandy woodiness or spiciness that nutmeg brings to the table, but it's not a gourmand by any means. It's very woody. It's very masculine. It's got the apple note in it. It's very spicy. It's like a dry, woody fragrance, honestly. Very airy as well. Not as aromatic as the Sultani. It's very toned down, but it's still there. Like that's one thing about the fragrance that really I was sort of going back and forth with. I'm like, okay, it's very light, but man, I can still smell it. And it's very light, but I'm still getting wafts after hours. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I mean, it's a very subtle, subdued fragrance, but it still has a punch to it. It's still there, and I can see there's still quality here. So don't get me wrong on how I'm saying it's not probably not my favorite, but it's still good. A fragrance that I did it did remind me of a little bit. Not saying it's exclusively like it, but it reminded me a little bit of it was Dolce & Gabbana's By for Men. And if you guys remember that when it came in like in the zebra bottle, very old school, discontinued, selling for a ton of cash these days. I actually ended up doing a video, I believe, on a clone that was from Parfums Vintage. They made one. I can't recall the name, but it was it was an okay fragrance. It was spicy, had a lot of nutmeg, just like this one. That was really the note that really set it over the top. I think that one has tobacco and a lot of pepper and some other things. And that one was way creamier, way spicier, and way sweeter. This one is just like a subdued version of that, in my opinion, and that's just because of the nutmeg. But in the dry down is probably my favorite part. Honestly, I do like the opening, but man, like after 6 hours, maybe I was wearing this one at work. I got a very musky, dry, woody, spicy apple type of fragrance. Like I thought the apple was just in the top and it was gonna be long gone, but I was getting hints of like a dry, spicy, woody apple type of fragrance way later on in the fragrance, which I actually liked. And again, I was really surprised by how this one performed because I didn't really have much. I didn't really give it much credit early on. I really didn't have much faith in it either. I didn't think it was gonna be much, but it actually surprised me quite a bit. Longevity, 8 hours with this fragrance. I got it every time. Projection, not beast, but you're gonna get noticed. I got wafts of this one. Like I said, after 5-6 hours, I was still getting like heavy, strong wafts of this one. Even though it was a subdued and very light, airy fragrance, it was still there. So again, the guy that commented on my video that said it's sort of a molecular, I think that's the word he used, type of fragrance. Almost like, yeah, it's light and airy, and you're probably gonna think it's not very strong, but it is. So that's what I gathered from what he said and what my experience with this fragrance. Seasons for this fragrance, I think you can wear this one probably warmer weather. I think this you probably get away with wearing this one in the fall. That's about as cool as I think this one's gonna get. This isn't like people were saying this is like a summery, maybe not summery, but it's like a fresh, spicy fragrance. It'd be good in the warm weather. I agree with that, but by no means is this like a summer fragrance. This isn't like super citrusy or super like a white floral, anything like that that's going to make you feel kind of sort of uplifted in the summer heat. This one's more just like a woody, masculine, dry, woody sort of nutmeg fragrance. That it does have a little bit of sweetness from the apple, and it's going to be a good fragrance in the warmer weather. But again, not like a hot weather or like any kind of seasons like that. Or this doesn't evoke any kind of thought of like being out in the heat or anything like that. But you can wear it in the heat, I believe, because it is so subtle that I think you can get away with it by wearing it in the heat. But the occasions for this fragrance, I think you can wear this one all occasions, honestly. Maybe not the club, and I know that some of you guys probably roll your eyes when I say that, but I know that some people who watch out there want to wear club fragrances. This isn't going to be it, but I do think that you can wear this one casually during the day. I think you can wear this one at night. I do think it's a sexually masculine fragrance, even though it is unisex. To me, it smells like a men's fragrance, in my opinion. But yeah, and I think it's safe for work, but I just don't think it's going to be like one of those club banger fragrances. It has some decent performance, but I just don't think it's that type of fragrance. But yeah, most occasions, if not all occasions, this one's gonna really knock it out of the park, guys. Ages, I think probably 25 and up. With the price, I think I paid $139 for this, maybe around that area. Not too bad for a niche fragrance. You're getting 100 ml here. It's good quality juice here. I think it's an okay price for a niche fragrance, I guess. But I do think that the 25 and up can easily afford it, and they probably be able to pull it off. Younger noses probably won't appreciate this one for what it is. But yeah, guys, overall, I like this fragrance. Not my favorite from the house by any means. I'm probably gonna get my hands on. I have the third one already here in my possession, and we'll see if I end up getting the fourth one. But right now, it's gonna be one for two, so 50% right now on the two that I've tried. But yeah, not a bad fragrance, guys. I do think that you can find something a little bit closer to a designer house that's maybe designer prices that's similar to this. Now, I'm not saying buy for men because because that's really discontinued and really expensive right now. But I think that there's other fragrances that sort of go down this route that you guys probably know, like the names of. This does remind me of some others, but like that's the only the buy for men is the only one I can think of. But I think some of you guys out there will probably smell this and be like, all right, it smells nice and it lasts a pretty good amount of time, but it's not worth $139. So that I can probably agree with. I mean, you're getting a stellar presentation, a ton of juice here, great sprayer. If this was around $75, I'd probably pull the trigger. I mean, more than that though, it's like you're getting a nice fragrance, but it's not. You're not gonna have your socks blown off with this one. You're not gonna be. I don't know if you're gonna be getting any attention with this one. I didn't. Not to say that people didn't smell it on me. I'm just saying that I didn't get, like, I've been stopped before. Hey, what are you wearing? That smells amazing. I didn't get that with this fragrance. So, good fragrance, not great, guys. Not going to tell you guys to rush out and get this one, but I do think you should try it. I mean, it's been fun trying the House of Arabian Oud because I love trying new houses, and this one so far has been pretty good. I'm not going to say this one's a fail by any means. I just think Sultani was just, it probably wasn't fair to start with Sultani, honestly, guys. I think Sultani was just a really good fragrance, and I really liked it personally. And so I was like, it's sort of, you can't get any better from there. But hopefully the one that I have here is going to be, the next one on deck is going to be just as good, if not better than this one. We'll see how they stack up, guys. But what are your thoughts on Diwan from the House of Arabian Oud? Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know your thoughts on the fragrance down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There you'll find fragrance photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.